Hello there. My name's Chris, and I have a YouTube channel. I am relatively new to the YouTube recording stuff, so I don't really know, about anything. I do watch a lot, but so what my goal for this channel is to be a gaming and kind of opinionated channel where sometimes I will sit and talk about events and talk about things that I've been through, things that other people have been through, news events, opinions, my opinion. I'll read out some other people's opinions. Pretty much anything. If you need help, math. Don't ask me about history. That is nothing at all. So a little bit quickly about me. One of my favorite things I love is I love food. Not in the sense, I eat a lot. I just eat a lot whenever I do eat, which is rare. About once or twice a day I have like a few packages of ramen noodles and a bunch of snacks, but other than that, cheese sticks. Another one of my favorite things is energy drinks. Now, be that Powerade, Gatorade, I don't even know. Just something, electrolyte sports drink. No energy drinks, I crash. I play a ton of musical instruments. I play the flute, the saxophone, the tuba, drums, percussion, xylophone, piano, pretty much anything, you name it, I played it or I performed with it, and those are two different things. A few other things that I like to do is I like to ride my bike everywhere. I actually bought the bike to save me gas, and so far it's been saving me tons of gas because I go 40-50 miles on that bike a week, whereas that would be 15 miles to the gallon on my truck, which is actually really good for an inline six and its age. Yeah, it does really good. A few other things I do is I'm going currently to college, and I am only taking 2 classes, Math 253, which is elementary statistics, which is one of the highest tier ones that the college offers, and that's my first time ever being in college, along with macroeconomics, which is a 200 level class. Both of them are obviously 200 level classes, and I am a college freshman, so to speak. I mean, I should be a sophomore, but that kind of didn't work out with what was planned, so I am a college freshman. And yeah, that's a little bit about me. So the rest of the video, I haven't really even planned out what that's going to be, but you'll see here in a second. I know that this is not the most beneficial and the most easiest, the best way to do it, but as I said, this is how I do it. So obviously you take off the nut and get your wheel off, and then I just sit there and just twist it off. So I have both my bearings. This one's not bad. This one's not bad at all. So the only tools that I need for myself is a Leatherman with a tiny Phillips head screwdriver, and on occasion I need a pen. But other than that, that's pretty self-explanatory. So first off, since I have these rubber rings, the rubber seals, you just gently pry them off, gently, and then I take the little small part and push out the little plastic piece. It's just that simple. And everything goes, all the balls make a little smiley face. So that on the top there is none. And I set it back on the actual wheel. So I have it on the own wheel. And then here's the little bit of fun part. Move this wax. I take the small little screwdriver and I twist down on the bearing, the large wheel, I twist down. And I push up one of those little steel balls, the ball bearings, and I gently pull it out. And I like it on the carpet because it doesn't move. I mean, that ball is there. And if that happens, they don't go flying everywhere. And just make sure that when the balls do drop, that you can find that you have all the balls that you have. So count them before you take them out. And I know I say this is my way and this is my way. So I am basically using my shirt to clean them. As I said, this is not the best way, it's just my way. So then you take off your center ring, and I just clean it off of my shirt. And yeah, I know I don't have the oil, but I don't ride this enough to even do anything with it basically. But as soon as I can, I'm going to go get my oil. So now that that's all nice and shiny, that's all you're looking for, is to make it look clean. Set that back on the truck. Take your big ring. Also make sure it looks all nice and clean and shiny, and set it on there very carefully. Don't smash it down onto the truck. Just let it drop until it stops, so that you don't damage or warp the trucks. Now you take your little steel ball bearings, and you're going to see this up close here in a second. You just put all the ball bearings back onto the truck itself. Make sure there's no hair. And so you get all 6 of them on there, really nice and easy. There's more hair. Hair, get off of it. That's the one thing you need to watch out for. So once you have all 6, you get to play with it for a second in order to get all the balls back on the bearings inside both the raceways of the top and the bottom. Now you take the last little ball bearing, you put it in the middle, or one off center to the middle. You gently move the ball bearings one ball bearing over, and you scoot that down. You twist it down and slightly give it a little push in. And then you just gently, oh dang it. And you just gently push them over. One of them is out. I don't know which one. Okay, there we go. And obviously, because most of these skateboard, longboard trucks have the plastic cages, you just space it out. You make sure you clean the little plastic part. We're not going to do much. I mean, this one, not bad. And then you just gently plop it in there, and then you turn it over, and you can gently push the seal back on. And now here's for the close-up. So up close, you have the ball bearings, and you have the seal, and since mine's the rubber seal, I can just literally take and poke the cage and the seal out at the same time. Just need a couple presses. See, there goes the seal. Here comes the little rubber cage right there. And you simply put that on the truck itself. And you take the ball bearings and you scoot them all to one side. And my camera is having a... Okay, there we go. Now it's focused. Okay, and so since all the ball bearings are there, you go underneath you twist it and you pop one out. Now that one is out, you take it and you place it on the ground, and you do that for maybe, you do that until it comes loose. Then you go to catch all the balls. So you don't want to lose all your little balls. I mean, that would suck, losing, you know. And then you take off the inside ring and the outer ring of the raceway. You give it a little bit of a quick clean, because mine are not bad, they just got wet. So that's what I'm doing, is because they got wet, and water is not good. And yes, I know I need oil them or whatnot, but right now I don't have any oil of the kind besides the vegetable variety, and that is not something that you want to put on your truck. And whoa, that almost fell. Okay, so now here it becomes the reassembly. Come on. There we go. So now you can see better for the full focus. So you take the ring and you hold it there, placing your now cleaned ball bearings. Hopefully you cleaned them. I'm just rubbing them clean with my fingers. And so, as I said, you put 6 of them in there. Come on, just like so. You put 6 of them in there. Don't let them fall like I just did. I'm trying to do it for the camera, which, oh jeez, stuff like that then happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. You might possibly be able to get away with doing only 6 bearings if you lose a bearing. I'm not going to say that it is possible or it is recommended to do so, to ride on 6 bearings when you need 7, to ride on 7 when you need 8. Just saying, you know, it should be possible, but I'm not saying it is possible. So, as you can see, I am putting 6 ball bearings in, relatively easy. And now that I have it on the track, it will still fall because it is less than 180. So what I do is, to put the 7th in, I place it on the, not the center one, but the one by the center. Give this a little turn, get them all back on the track, you know, because you want them back on track, get it? And then you just give it a very light twist until it pops down, and very carefully push it down in. And now your bearing will now rotate all on its own by itself. But it's still not finished. So you space out the bearings, just like so. Sometimes they're not going to be, nice, and they're not going to be stiff in there, but then again, they're not going to be not stiff. And I keep messing this part up. You take the bearing off and you flip it over. For my bearings, which are Spaceballs ABEX 7 for Bear, you want to put the cage on the short end of the thing, of the truck, the bearing I mean. And you see that? That bearing did not spin that well before. And then you just put the little rubber seal back in. And now, for a little helpful hint on putting the bearings back in, because on the trucks, as I have these hogs, they are pretty good wheels. They're 69 millimeters. They have this track on the inside. So if you look on the inside, there's a little bit of a lip. And that might be a little hard to get it all the way in there, so I literally just put the wheel on, take the wheel off, and look, the bearing's right there. And then I just do the same thing here. Give it a little bit of a love tap. Now I tighten it. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong way. And I go until just a little bit past where it stops. And now, that's a little tight. So just crack that open slightly. Now all I need is a little bit of oil, and there I've completely rebuilt that wheel. Yeah, I completely messed these bearings up because I put a lot. I ran them through a lot of water, and it was deep too. It almost came up and over the top of my board. But there you have it. And yes, this is my longboard. Have a great day, everyone. As easy to follow as it is to redo bearings. You don't always have to go and get them professionally cleaned. You don't have to go and buy new bearings every single time, because these were running really horribly. Like, I would spin it and it would stop within seconds. But I've rebuilt these myself, and this thing will spin about a good minute and a half. Oh, I need to put oil in it. But once I oil them, these things will run maybe 2-3 minutes spinning completely. It's ridiculous. This one's probably the best one I have right there. However, I'm not really epic longboarder yet. Like, I don't just ride for hours, so there's no chance in heck that I'd be able to burn these bearings out. But it is possible, so keep in mind that when you do rebuild your bearings, you want to oil them afterwards. And the lighter oils, they work better than the heavier ones for speed. However, they still manage to fly out, and if you're going flying down a hill screaming your head off, trying to stop and not, kill yourself, you might want to do a middle weight oil, and that will stay in your wheel, but it'll also give you a little bit more speed than if you do some like heavy cream or wax or something along the lines of that, because those will bog it down a lot. It will make the bearings last forever if you use wax or petroleum jelly or some slick snot cream like that. However, it will slow you down tremendously, but it will be really effective. You won't have to worry about water, because petroleum jelly and paraffin wax will keep your water and the dirt out of them. And don't use petroleum-based products like WD-40, because those tend to attract dust and dirt, and it will just gather there. And also, if they're really light, they'll just spin out of your wheels as you're flying down the hill. So, thanks for watching.